whole federation, CFR. I listen to me. The chief security officer of Nigeria. The Igbo leaders are traditional chiefs. The local government chairman within their respective local governments have more what? Impetus, political will, prerogative to do what? Outsmart them. To do what? Overrun them. To do what? To subjugate them. I mean, local government chairman, and you are telling me that Tinubu, the acclaimed Nigerian who made himself self-president, is telling the whole world that is Igbo leaders. Why are you the winner of the so-called 2023 election? You said you won, you are Nigerian president. Now Igbo leaders are stopping you from what? Exercising your official duty. In your own official capacity, you can release anybody, you can do anything in Nigeria. Okay. Igbo leaders. Look at other Igbo leaders are telling you to leave Obi to become Nigerian president. That they won. Now, those Igbo leaders, did they stop you? They didn't stop you. You use soldiers and police. Now, Igbo leaders stop you from releasing him and the kind of Oga, this kind of part of the world is gone. See, let me tell you, Nigeria is not going to last for the next 10 years. Mark my words. Nigeria is not going to last for the next 10 years. The kind of things we are seeing here, you can only see it in dreams, in your dream. It has escalated to the level that the whole world are laughing. They laughed us during Buhari. This time around, during Tinubu regime, they call us global disgrace. Nigeria is a global disappointment. Nigeria does not exist, is not a place anymore. Yet, if they go to outside Nigeria, America, Europe, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, Oceania, they will begin to show themselves. Pomposity, unnecessary pomposity, shameful pomposity. Who are you in Europe? Big man, big belly idiot. Who are you in Nigeria? A foolish, bullish tyrant. Dictators, all of them, ranging from the senators, ministers, governors. They are all dictators. They are all what? Bullies. They bully Nigerians. They stop taxes from us. They use our money for their own personal interests. And the illegal politicking is what is proliferating in Nigeria presently. Proliferation of illegal politicking. I listen to me. They are not shameful people. And they will never ever be shameful because they have forgotten themselves. Because the soldiers, the police, the immigration, the customs, the vigilantes, armed ones, they support them to subjugate innocent Nigerians. Yes, everybody is supporting them now.
Because good to be back here. Happy New Week to you all. Today's Monday, 4th December 2023. Thank you very much, Mother of all Mommy Diaspora. Good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for all you do. I appreciate you. I can see I don't like watch. I can see right there. Good evening to you, Helen Chukura. Thank you very much. Good evening to you, Constant. Thank you. Thank you, Abu Azi. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Love God is my strength. I can see right there. Evie Jack. Thank you, Mary Forde. Saigel Diase. Thank you, my wonderful people. And God will bless you. Now, please help us to press on the like button. We're back again. Thank you, Miracle B. I can see right there. Inomano Sakare, thank you very much. Evie Jack and many others right there. Adelaja Ogobiyi in the building. Thank you very much. Larry Dipo, Amaka Fojabi. Good evening to you, madam. Thank you very much. Michael Ganemaro, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Sabuvo Kwanga, Lucy Eno, Angolo Emmanuel Shooks, Mike Akionbare. Thank you, Mofire, my brother. Appreciate every one of you. Patricia Nofe, my dear sister, I can see you as well. Thank you, CXL, Mavis. Thank you, and many, many others. I've showcased everybody already, but I just wanted to verbally recognize you all again. Okay, you can see us here with Wilfred just coming in. Thank you very much, Peter Ife. Thank you. And God will bless you, my people. Jude King, I can see you as well. Good evening to every one of you. Yeah, we are back again. We're going to talk about the wastage of this satanic APC. That's why we are here today. So we're going to be taking 1 and 2. This one a country where don't better, where God don't bless finish. Right? God don't bless them finish. Pata, pata. They don't have anything to worry about. They refused it. They don't go. Because whatever that is passed there, they'll send out to you. Nigeria can't say no. We must show them say now we be Oga. We must be there. I don't want to take much of this. You know, I would have just continued to read it and all that. But you already said, in case you want to read more of it, go to People's Gazette. It's right there. Germany Vice Chancellor cancels COP28 visit due to budget crisis. Now, so we take the no leader, better leader that prioritizes the people. That is how it's supposed to be. But Nigeria, no, they are not interested of the suffering we are facing right now. That is the fact. Tinubu, after all, talking that they say poverty is not a shame. Yes, get on with it, man. Get on with it. Now, let me come to Abati calling the NLC and TUC. Hey, God. I don't understand. If you are part of the people that have been trusting this NLC and TUC, that means there's something wrong somewhere. I've said this so many times on this platform that you can't trust these people. These people are not working for you. They are only wearing the garments that looks like they are working for you. No, they are not. Once they are in the closed door, they take off that garment. They are working for the government. Remember how many times the NLC have promised to go on a strike, and they normally call off the strike. Even the last one, I came here, I told you guys that they're going to call it off. And they did. Now they go, yes, say we don't talk now. So Nigerians don't call them out. You'll say on the next 48 hours, they'll come back. No, we're not going to agree. We're not going to agree. There will be a protest on the 15th of January 2058. Before that day, they'll call it off again. If there's anything like 2058 at the moment. Before then, they will call it off. They'll say, okay, after a careful consideration, we've looked at the demands and the response from the government. So we have decided to call off the strike. So to give the government another 3 months or 6 months to see what they will do on their promises. Thank you. Chapter close. It's not left for you to not go on social media, go anywhere to go and talk. They don't collect envelope, enter house. We're in big trouble. Joke apart, we're in big trouble in Nigeria, man. Like I normally say, I'm doing my part. I'll continue to do my part, but I wish I have more power to do more than this, but I don't have more power to do more than this. And many of you joining the panel every day, you're doing your part as well. Please continue to do your part. Those of you watching us, joining us on the comment section, calling to the show and all that, you are doing your part. Continue to do your part. I don't know when our part will resort to positivism, but at this moment now, we don't get no results. We don't get no results, and it's very, very sad. You know, a country where the government don't care about the people's plight, a country where the government, even though they are watching you, they are not interested, whatever you're talking about. In a country where the government, their first primary job is to put fear on the people. You know, in case you try to do anyhow, you collect anyhow. A country where government can wake up and take any kind of decision without not carrying the people along. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. In the United Kingdom where I live, the United Kingdom government, before they do something, they carry the people along. In fact, they throw the survey, the question or whatever, they put it out there for people to deliberate on it. Yes, for people to deliberate on it. If the people's opinion is 59, you know, and the government's opinion is 30 something or something, at the end of the day, they'll go with the people's opinion and cancel it in totality. Yes, that's how it works here. Yes, that's how it works here. But at the end of the day in Nigeria, even though the people's opinion is 99.9%, and the government opinion is only 1%, they will still go with the government's opinion. They don't care about you. They are not interested about you. They don't know if you exist. Nigeria is a country where everybody survives on your own. Although Nigerians are very strong people who have always been struggling for themselves, both home and in abroad. You know, but I wish they give they give us the normal thing that we are looking for. You know, the basic amenities like giving us permanent light, good roads, security, the most important part, good healthcare, and all that. Then Nigerians can struggle for themselves. Haven't you thought about it? Why is it that Nigerians, when they travel out of Nigeria, they are always successful? Yes, check Nigerians in abroad. You will see that 80%, you know, of Nigerians in abroad are doing well. 80%. That's a big margin. You know why? Because they got the atmosphere to strive. But you see people will be in Nigeria, you struggle and struggle and struggle and struggle and struggle and struggle. In most cases, you don't get results. Then you start praying, believing in miracle and all that. You know, listen, guys, our problem is physical, it's not spiritual. We must face it physically. That's how Nigeria can change. But unfortunately, we have a pastor who is telling the federal government right now that we should go on a 3 days national fasting and prayer to help our economic crisis. In this post-modernism, we still have people like this. A pastor, a prophet, or a bishop, I don't know who he is. I don't even know him. But let me put it on the screen so that we can take this together. You guys can see right there. This man is saying federal government should declare 3-day national fasting and prayer to combat economic crisis. Bishop Akifenwa urges federal government. Can you just imagine? Can you imagine, my people, what we are facing? A bishop that's supposed to be speaking for us, a bishop that's supposed to stand with us and speak against this satanic government or any government that have ever ruled Nigeria, is telling its people and telling the federal government for all of us to pause, including us for everybody pause. Make we go on 3-day fasting, make our economy for better. Maybe then dollar will come become $1 will now become 60 naira. See the man we're talking. Let me read. Reverend Joseph Akinfenwa, Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Ibadan, Oyo State, has called on the federal government to declare a 3-day national prayer and fasting period in response to the country's escalating economic crisis. The call was made during the Advent Carol of 9 lessons and songs heard in Ibadan, where the bishop expressed concern over the rising cost of food items, transportations, and accommodation. He emphasized that the situation required urgent divine intervention. While acknowledging the economic crisis is a global issue, Bishop Akinfenwa stressed that Nigeria's situation is particularly worrisome. Unquote, we are blessed with enough natural resources and therefore shouldn't suffer as such. He said, urging not only the government but all citizens to join hands in tackling the crisis. The bishop also suggested that the government officials could set an example by cutting their salaries and allowances to cater to the poor, rather for the poor. Okay, right, it went on right there, but I'm going to stop it right there. Now, this bishop here is telling you and I, including the government, that the only way we can sort out this economic crisis is to go on a 3-day fasting and prayer. You see, when some people try to teach us Christianity, even when we know we are Christians, then it becomes a problem. Yes, I'm a Christian, but I'm not a fool. I'm a Christian, but I'm not stupid. Yes, I know when to pray and I know when to put in the work. I've been coming out here since April last year till now. I've not taken a day off. That's hard work, right? That doesn't stop me from praying as well. I do pray, God Almighty bless my country, but I'm coming out, putting in my effort to make this work. My wonderful panelists, they are joining me here every day for us to do our part. But that doesn't stop us from praying. But when you are praying, you are not putting out the work, then it becomes a problem all over the world. Even God that created us is not happy about that. When you become lazy, hoping that God will bless you somehow, someday in your bed, then there's a problem. My people, I thought I should bring this here. Then I would like us to move on. We have another article here. Although we are done with videos, don't worry. We are done with all the videos that we need to showcase for you. Please press on the like button, my people. I can see more people joining us right now. Yes, and as someone asking for a link, I will post the link once I finish my presentation. I already have a couple of people right here with me as well. Just bear with me and let's do this together. You know, during this time, we are somehow sometimes distracted if we don't show full concentration. So please bear with me, understand with me. All right. Okay, let me bring this one goes to Chokuna. Aerofy. Voila. All right. That is Aerofy. Aerofy was part of Buhari's government, and he was the governor of which country, which state again? You know, Kaduna, right? Yeah, Kaduna. All right. Aerofy float 100 million firm. Company begins operation January. $100 million. So $100 million, not be naira, $100 million. See, all these people, they will spend the money anyhow they like because nobody can ask them question. Former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai on Monday announced that his venture capital private equity firm, Afri Venture Capital Company Limited, will begin operation in 2024. In a post on X, El-Rufai said through the firm, he hopes to finance nurture and mentor Nigerian innovators and entrepreneurs to become the next Dangote Group shortly. The former governor said he would be working with private sector partners, including the co-founder of Excredite Consultant Limited, Ekbo, among others. Unquote, I can confirm that our VCPE firm, Afri Venture Capital Company Limited, will be the grace of God, by the grace of God, begin operation initially in Abuja in January 2024 with Jimmy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Sam, this man, $100 million, and he's even proud of it. Now he can't put on for front saying he want to help the youth now, right? Say he want to build another Dangote again for Nigerians. Nobody will question this man over this money. Nobody. Who? Maybe person wait for question them now and say no be APC come in, but who can't question them now? Now God that go help Nigeria, sha. But meanwhile, let me quickly take another one for you. Please press on the like. You know, press on the like and let's do this together. I think I'm just trying to see if I've what I still have here for you. Okay, I think all the articles is done except for Mr. Peter Obi. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, let's take for Mr. Peter Obi here. Although Arise, I've highlighted what Mr. Peter Obi said, but I would like to quickly take it again. Mr. Peter Obi, as you all can see right there, even as I am still studying in the 2024 fiscal budget as presented to the National Assembly last week, I cannot wait as I am compelled to ask what is exactly wrong with us as a country. Peter Obi they talk, so everything I only reach Peter Obi they talk. Then he went on. I asked this question because it is hard for me to understand some of the recent happenings in our nation. In these critical times, the recent news about a budget provision of 15 billion naira for the construction of a new residence for the vice president is both shocking and disheartening. Considering the many important challenges facing our nation, just recently in the supplementary budget, the sum of 2.5 billion was included for the renovation of the vice president's residence in Abuja, which means that he already has a residence, right? You cannot get time, eh? We can say they want to build another mansion for vice president, 15 billion, I go cut. Whereas for this satanic budget where they pass, so 27.5 trillion, they still include 2.5 billion where they want to renovate the vice president's house. Peter Obi is, say Peter Obi, his job now to let you know. Now you can't know what you want to do afterwards. Now his job is good now to educate you. Then he went on again. During the budget presentation, I heard the sum of 3 billion was allocated for the renovation of the vice president's residence in Lagos. Okay, another 3 billion for Lagos. Why 2.5 billion for Abuja to renovate vice president accommodation? Why do we can say no? After all that, we'll still build a new one for 15 billion. Let's move on. Renovation in Lagos. If we total all these sums, we would have budgeted the sum of 20.5 billion for the housing of the vice president at this critical time. When we are not just world's poverty capital, but more people are falling into poverty, with so many Nigerians not knowing where their next meal will come from. Our health facilities have collapsed and unemployment is skyrocketing. Then he moved on. I am convinced that 99.9% of Nigerians can only dream of living in the current residence of the vice president. Several people employed in the university are not being paid. Just to give an example, the salary of a professor in a Nigerian university is about 400,000 naira, which without removing tax is about 5 million a year. What we have budgeted for the housing of vice president who is already luxuriously housed is therefore the annual salary of about 3,000 professors. This is the finance needed to develop the much needed human capital. Peter Obi went on. The budget of the 5 billion for student loans, which is yet to be disbursed, is only a tiny percentage of the cost of the vice president's new home. We are projecting to use 4 times the amount for educating all Nigerians indigent students to house the vice president. And we are being told there is nothing wrong with us. I'm sure the major teaching hospitals in Isuka, Lagos, Ibadan, and Zaria did not receive this much capital vote in the budget this year. We have had leaders that were exemplary in the past. Why we still move on with Mr. Peter Obi is the last one, though. Mr. Peter Obi went on by saying most Nigerians may not know the popular 1004 flats in Lagos was a land allocated for the building of a presidential mansion for the then head of state, General Murtala Mohammed. He sternly turned down the offer and instructed that the land should be used to build blocks of flats for civil servants. That is the kind of sacrificial leadership worth emulating. Our leaders must therefore stop the recklessness and insensitivity to the plight of the masses. We need leaders who show compassion and are willing to sacrifice for common progress and development. Such compassionate and frugal leaders are critical in our journey to the new Nigeria. Paul. Yes, my people, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of my presentation today. I don't do my own job. Let's see how our wonderful panelists will also do theirs. Please press on the like button, help us to share. Let me hear from them, because let me know if you use the talk here, even though I know that the whole thing is really, 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 annoying. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. For those of you that are joining us right now, may God bless you all. Please help us to press on the like button and help us to share. I'll be posting out a link right now for those of you that were asking earlier on that want to come in. But before that, I'd like to call on my brother, the first person on the panel today, is Give Us a Mandate. Give Us a Mandate, my brother. Good evening to you. It's good to have you here. You will be doing marvelously well, fighting for a better country, even though you live in a better country.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Helvers. Greetings to you. Good evening to you. Hopefully, everyone had a good weekend. People on the panel, comment section, greetings to everyone. Glad to be here again doing this for the nation.
Yeah.
Well, I think at this point, the only thing that keeps us moving is the love for the nation, the love for the country, and then the love for humanity. The love to see people liberated. Well, maybe I should just probably start this way. I mean, to an extent, I've been able to share some of my own story here on this platform. Born and raised in Lagos State. I mean, in one of the thick part of Lagos State, Ajegunle to be precise. And then had a terrible accident that almost took my life, and was taken to a booby, and then God saved me. I'm alive. And so God in his infinite mercy allowed me to move over to this country we are now living, and then have my family here, and then things moving for me. But every time I speak, I actually attribute everything to the mercies and the grace of God, because I could have been back home in Nigeria today, and with all honesty, every time I look back to Nigeria and then I ask myself, with the education that I have in Nigeria, I mean, obviously, I went to a primary school, Baptist Primary School in Marine Beach, went to a high school, then Lagos State Polytechnic, OND and HND in accounting. I say all that so that you can trace my story, not like some people that they don't have you can't trace their story, you can't trace the school they went to. They don't have all of those backgrounds, and they are not even ashamed of it. So I say all that just to probably give people the foundation. And so now I ask myself that if currently I'm in Nigeria today, knowing fully whether I actually finished with HND in accounting, with all going on in Nigeria today, what will even be happening to my life right now? I mean, there's God factor. I have my families back home in Nigeria. They are doing well by God's grace. But sometimes you just do like a retrospect, or you do like a kind of reverse engineering, and then you want to reverse and say, okay, if I was in this situation at this time, what will be happening to me based on the current situation of this country? Because even today, we know that people are suffering in Nigeria. Graduates don't have jobs and things like that. And all I can just say is, God, you know what? I just thank you. I thank you. Now, coming over to the United States of America, I mean, I had to start school all over again up until where I am right now, at the top of my career. And all of those can be attributed to just the mercies and the grace of God. And now, seeing a working society, what bleeds my heart is the fact that Nigeria is blessed with natural resources. And like I said here some 2 or 3 years ago, there are more money in the hands of governors in Nigeria to be able to, more money in the hands of politicians in Nigeria to be able to pay off our debts that will not owe any country or even World Bank any dime. As a country, there are more money in the hands of our politicians today that we can pay off our debts without owing any country or owing any bank of the world. I mean, just show a governor, a recently just passed governor, going to float $100 million company. Now, the question you ask yourself is, where did this guy came from? What was his foundation? before he became a governor, if we trace his history, where was El-Rufai? Does he have any personal business before he came into government? Maybe not. But today, he can single-handedly float a business worth $100 million US in this economy. How? Why? How did he get there? It is not allegedly, my brother, but I will respect the channel. Allegedly, this guy, they've stolen the people's money. Past governor can float a 100 million, not 100 million naira now, 100 million company by himself. And that was why he had to do everything possible to ensure that his son becomes a member of the House of either Rep or Senate. These guys would do anything possible to wreck the country in as much as they are enriched. A governor, a past governor, maybe two-term governor, can single-handedly float a business worth $100 million. How did he get the money? Nobody is going to question him. Nobody's going to ask him any question, because even the one that sits in the M of affair through rigging of the election, people died in the election. Over 80 people were killed in the election. A 19 years old boy killed himself. This same guy that's going to float the $100 million company did everything possible by buying people in southern Kaduna to make sure that this drug baron becomes the president. The last time I checked, the governor of my state, where I live here in Texas, by God's grace, cannot attribute to himself any government purchase for him vehicle. No, he has to bring his own vehicle to work. He has to pay for his own lunch. I mean, somebody told us here some times ago, they saw my governor pumping gas at the filling station. For the record, Greg Albert, my governor, Greg Albert, is a disabled man. For the record, my governor sits on wheelchair. The governor of my state, where I live in Texas. And I drive around Dallas and some other cities here in Texas. You just wake up in the morning and then you see bridges. You ask yourself, when did they start this project? They don't come and ring bell or ask you, oh, Mr. Tosin or Mr. Elvis or Mr. Alex, we want to build the road, the bridge in your city. No. Overnight, they are working. 3 a.m., they are out there doing something for their people. Only in a country where you have oil, natural resources. We have everything it takes to make our country the best of the best in the world. But what is the problem? Leadership. And who are the leaders? Some of us, evil men, evil people, satanic agents. And that's why you can see, because they lack the fear of the people. And so,
yes, my brother, give us a mandate. Are you also aware that they sent a governor of your state? You know, is this not the governor of your state? Not be this screen, so.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Are you also aware that it's just budgeted, you know, 1.3 billion to upgrade and expand broadband infrastructure in your own city now?
My brother, Mr. Alex, what is a broadband? Internet, right?
Yes.
During COVID-19, some people don't have internet in their homes. So taking assignment for children was very difficult. They have to give them free internet facility. You don't pay for it. And this is my cry for my country, Nigeria. This is the pain. I don't hate Tinubu, but I hate his action. I don't hate humanity. I hate their actions. This is what bleeds my heart, my brother. These guys are evil. They are satanic. They are demonic. They lack empathy. If the accident that I had some years ago is what I have today, I would have been dead. God saved me in Igbobi. The doctor will not attend to me in the hospital when they took me there. They had to lift the trailer 3 times before they can drag me out of the trailer. I am telling you a personal story. I spent months in Igbobi. The last time I went to Nigeria, Igbobi, you cannot locate Igbobi anymore. Because of what? These evil people, they destroy the health sector. In this current budget, have you checked how much is earmarked for health? You just told me how much my own governor earmarked for our own budget for internet. If you look at the health in that budget, Nigeria has 0 for education in the budget. There is nothing for, I don't know how much they have for health in this current budget. More so, this drug baron presented an empty bag to the Agberos in the National Assembly, in the Senate. They lack the fear of the people. They are not afraid of Nigerians. I don't care about what we say here. I care about the actions that we take after seeing that they sent 1,411 people to COP. Some said that the reason why they went to Dubai is to go do Christmas in Dubai. Is on social media. They didn't go there for any climate change, anything. They were on that delegate because they can spend Christmas in Dubai. Ruben Abate said it. Some went with their mistresses. Some even went with their children because they want to spend Christmas in Dubai. They didn't go there because of the climate change thing. No. But that can happen because they don't fear the people. Nigerians, they are not afraid of you. They bring it to your face and tell you what they cannot do us anything. Let's spend the money. Let's even buy some of them. They cannot do us anything. I don't care about what we say here. I care about the actions that we take, knowing fully well that these people have done evil against us. You're asking for NLC president? No, NLC has no president. In fact, there is no NLC in Nigeria because the likes of J. Ajero, they have been compromised. These guys are not afraid of Nigerians. I am glad you showed the Chancellor of Germany. I have an uncle that lived in Germany, and that was one of my motivating factors that I want to school in a Western world. This man will come on from Germany, bringing, oh man, these guys, they've ruined our country. So I don't care about what we say here. I care about the actions that we take. Because with all honesty, you just say, Mr. Elvis, we forget about the budget now. We forget about the amount they budgeted for this that this guy went to present. Now they are so every time they keep bringing things that should have triggered Nigerians, but Nigerians are not triggered up until now. These guys, they have done what is enough to bring a government of a nation down, but Nigerians are not triggered enough. Do you know, sir? Some people don't even know what they will eat for Christmas. And these people are going to spend money in Dubai.
But if we talk, do you know that what you are saying right now, some people are also going to blame you later on, by calling out the Nigerians in Nigeria to take actions, because then for me, I'm confused. I don't know what they want us to do anymore.
That's what I'm saying, Mr. Elvis, that I don't care about what we even say now. I care about the actions. You see that man that you play his video first, that my brother from the southeast. I'll look for the video you played yesterday. I think the man gave us his phone number. Maybe I'm going to call him. That man continues the video that you played first. This man with the mustache. This is the street video. That street video.
Okay, yeah.
That man keeps telling Nigerians, take your country back. And that man is in Nigeria. That man is in Nigeria. He is calling on Nigerians. So tomorrow again, they will do another thing that will trigger actions, but Nigerians will not do anything. They keep giving us reason why we should take actions, but Nigerians are not doing anything. These guys, they've served us a lot of food that is enough for us to bring the government down, but Nigerians are not doing anything. If Germany can say, because Mr. Elvis, you just said it well, sir. Germany is one of the leading technology country of the world. Germany is not a second world country. It's not a third world. Germany is blessed. And they say we are not going to COP because of what? Budget crisis. But the country languishing in poverty, borrowing money. They told us at least Soludo also told us that Tinubu said they inherited a dead horse economy. But where did they get the money to send these delegates to Dubai? Where did they get the money from? Nigerians, these guys are lying to you. And they will tell you more lies. Do you know, sir, that budget that was presented to the floor of the House has passed the second reading? Akpabio told you that, Mr. President, their own president, not my own president, that they will do everything possible to ensure that the budget is done, is signed hastily. They will do it on time. And that's why Wike can come and tell you that they need a 15 billion naira to build a house for the vice president. And you ask him, what happened to the one that they just renovated? He's telling you that, man, they keep giving Nigerians reason to bring out the government, but Nigerians are just, man, I don't know. I really don't know. Sri Lankans took Sri Lanka by themselves. They went to their government house, like Asorok. They were frying, they were making food for, this one belongs to all of us. So let us, no red oil was spilled during Sri Lankan crisis. No one soul was brought down during Sri Lanka. Nigerians are still asking Mr. Elvis, which day you go announce to us, we'll go protest? Then they wait for Mr. Elvis. The man will come here every day. Me, I will come talk every day.
They'll wait tire.
I will go different spaces. Mr. Elvis will bring his own story. Show you as a Nigeria. Tell you the kind of life when they enjoy for UK. And you can't say, Mr. Elvis, book the next flight. Now, may can't lead us for the protest. My brother. Some they even say Peter Obi is too slow. You see a poor person comparing themselves with a billionaire. If Peter Obi decide today to leave Nigeria, he will not. They release black card. I think only about 5 people have that black card in the world. Peter Obi have one of those black card. With that black card, you can get money anywhere in the world. Peter Obi has one of those black cards. And you see poor Nigerians, they're asking, Peter Obi, come and lead us. The man has done everything he needs to do for you. He took you to the end of the judiciary during the election. And you are still asking him. So that his own case can be like Abiola, right? And you all can enter your house. Nigerians, Tinubu has given you 1,001 reason to hold this government stand still. But you are still asking yourself, we need more. Continue to ask for more. I will do my own part. I will play my part. By God's grace, I have 2 passports. It's by the grace of God. I have 2 passports. By the grace of God. So if I chose not to come to Nigeria, I can, by God's grace, bring my families here. It may take time because I'm going to file for them. But I have the power to bring my family over here. But you get 1 passport, and that passport not even they recognize for the world. When you for fight your fight now, they say, I don't care about what we say here. I care about the actions that Nigerians take. And so JRJRO and the likes of them that represent NLC, the wickedness you are doing against Nigeria, your family may not recover from it. Your generation may not recover from it. JRJRO, if you are listening tonight, My name on this platform is Give Us a Mandate, but my real name is Oluwatosin. I am saying it. Your generation will never recover from it. What you are doing to Nigerians, because this is enough for you guys to hold this government stand still. And Tinubu, Remi, if you are hearing me, my name on this platform is Give Us a Mandate. My real name is Oluwatosin. You can look for me all over the world. You can sue me.
But you are blaming Jero. What did he do? You not
My
do
brother,
anything. He's
okay,
working on that instruction now.
He should not be responsible to anybody. He should be responsible to the Nigerian
Yeah, but
laborers.
he's working on that Tinubu's instruction.
Because he has been bought. Okay, now, Mr. Evans, you live in the UK. If NLC in the UK say they want to go on strike today, what do you think will happen?
You know, I know in the UK, but in Nigeria, these people work for Tinubu.
No, it should not be.
Give us a mandate.
To have been compromised.
Give us a mandate.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yeah, let's be realistic. We might be, trying to call people's name, right? But I don't think this lies with Joe Ajero. And my reason is this. You see, when you watch the TV, anytime he says he wants to go on a strike, what does the media house say about him? Just listen to that. I remember one day, Rufai have to argue with Botabati and another presenter that, yes, he has got to go to the strike. They're telling you about the court system. Look, this country is rigged until the people.
Mr. Chooks, Mr. Ebubeze, I really understand what you guys are saying, but I'm just trying to juxtapose Nigeria and even UK, for example.
But you can't do that.
No.
Give us a mandate. Listen, why you can't do that is this, right? A presenter in UK, right? I remember there's a channel, a station called ITV here. And Piers Morgan, of which I know you must have known him, right? Wanted to interview Boris Johnson when he was prime minister about something, right? And he refused. He counted that until almost 100 days, that every day he said it on TV, that you are running away from the people. You are running away because of this. Look, our media will rather support the government. So, you see, sometimes I don't like to take this blame to individuals that hold some certain positions. Because even Joe Ajero said, let's go on strike. How many people come out? I mean, the whole system is completely bastardized by this evil.
Mr. Chooks, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Now, when Joe Ajero was beaten by the governor of Imo State, his thugs, they went on strike, right? Now, but when Nigerians are suffering, and maybe even they were being pied because of hunger, Joe Ajero is not doing anything. And you can hear most of the people that works in different parts telling you that this guy that we all look up to, Nigerians are suffering. They are dying of hunger. You didn't ask us to go on strike. Now they beat you up, you can call for strike. So the reason I'm calling them out is that they have the numbers to galvanize Nigerians to be able to hold this government at a standstill. They have the numbers. They have the numbers. But what are they doing? They've been compromised because they now dine with the devils and demons. So in rounding up, Nigerians, like I said, I don't care about what we say what we say here, but I care more about the actions that we take, knowing fully well that these people, they desecrate everything. They are just telling us that they don't have anything to do. Imagine my president comparing what they just done to China. Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. He gave you a good analysis of how Nigeria is just different from China. China can afford to send over 3,000 people there because they have the money, they have the technology, they have the capacity. You are borrowing money. You are borrowing money to spend on enjoyment and entertainment. And people that he took there is just a way to pay them back for the election. Maybe they campaign for him. Maybe some of them even they rig their polling units. They even buy people in their polling units. So a way to compensate them is to take them to COP. That's the way to compensate some of them. Because some of them they tell you it's on social media. In fact, that you're Israel. That you're Israel, for example. A pastor in RCCG said it that he's in Dubai to enjoy Christmas. That you're Israel. And most of them like that. So they just lavish money, and that's why somebody can even have the influence to say you are building a 15 billion naira house for a mere mortal, and other people are suffering. And they're asking you, why is it compulsory that this house must? Why is it important that they must build this house? And you say because they want to give the vice president a befitting. Come on, like seriously? My vice president Kamala Harris lived in a bunker in White House before our place was ready in White House. She was living in a bunker. She lived in a bunker. And Nigeria say, I don't compare and I do. You cannot compare. Why won't I? I don't know. Are those not countries? Mr. Elvis, thank you very much for all that you always do. I know in some 10, 15, 20 years from now, you will look back and say, oh, I did this. And some of us coming here to come speak to people on comment section. Thank you very much. But Nigerians, I care more about the actions you are not taking than the words that we speak. Thank you very much.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Let me quickly call on before I call on Mr. Chuks Obibweze, let me appreciate Michael Ganemaro. Thank you very much, Michael Ganemaro, for the support. May God bless you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your support earlier on. Thank you. All right. Mr. Chuks Obibweze, please talk to us, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Niger Watch. Good evening, fellow panelists, especially give us our mandate. I know you're here. I don't know who else is here. You know, it's wonderful what you guys have been doing. Yeah, it's so sad, you know, to see a country like Nigeria going on a jamboree, and that takes me back to what I said. You know, the day this man, you know, was sworn in, and he announced subsidy gone. I said it's a showman. That's he is, you know, like you know, young kid who is so happy when he sees toy. You know, this man is a man. If you come out, the way I say, you know, I read his character. If he just say, Baba Asiwaju, he will drop anything that is on his hand. You know, it's just a showman. And look, you see him going all over the place, taking pictures, just like Buhari. That's what they enjoy. These people are rotten in head. They don't have no brain. Their brain is supposed to be in hospice right now, cooling down. That's where their mates in UK and other countries are, except the likes of Biden. They're supposed to be in care homes, having a rest, getting good attention. Or if no care home, if that is going to be weird for you, sitting at home, employing people to and your family to take care of you. That's what these people's brain are good for. For him, look at how everybody, just look at the environment. Look how they're all over the place. Hey, we've touched down. Hey, we're doing this, we're doing that. That is the kind of thing. And no wonder when you see this man and the Buhari, Wherever they went, for interview, for anything, all they do is laugh. You know, and the likes of apathy will tell us they have sense of humor. That's why they are making people laugh. Making who laugh? While the people you're supposed to make laugh, hunger are killing them. Excuse my language, sorry. They've been troubled by hunger. This is the kind of actions we will continue to see. I said it during the campaign. If you allow this one to go, it will be worse than Buhari, because I think he's a bit smarter than Buhari. I said it all the time. Whatever you see running away from you, whatever you see him doing during the campaign, he's not going to change. Rather, he will even employ more people to give him brain to even do it more. A country that is hungry, and you're taking over 1,000. Are you telling me that all these people they sent to this channel to come and attack us? They don't see that video you played, you've been playing about the Rwandan president? Is it Rwanda? No, not Rwanda. Where's that president that will cancel all the trips for his cabinets and everybody? Are they not seeing it? They just come to attack. They don't take that message back to him. This is exactly what we're talking about. And until Nigerians, we Nigerians, until we know what we're doing. Yesterday I tried to call in, when Oraka was here. I couldn't. I mean, my phone, my call wasn't picked, because I wanted to tell Oraka he's making a mistake by thinking, oh, it's for the Igbos, or it's for the Yorubas, or it's for these people. This same problem we have, we will have it. It's not one person suffering. I'm sorry. I needed to say this to him yesterday, but I didn't have the time. It is not one person telling Igbo to change their strategy. It doesn't make any sense to me for anybody saying that. Because what we're saying is not about the Igbos. It's not. It's not about the Igbos. It's about Nigeria. So if you say, oh, Igbo, change your tactics and you stay by your side, everybody is on it. Nobody, when the suffering comes, it doesn't see Igbo man listen. Yes, some people may be targeted. Like, if they bring down their houses and this, they will feel the pain more that time. But other than that, all Nigerians will suffer the same thing. So if anybody is saying, leave it for these people or change your tactics, we all are installing this. Why am I saying that? Until Nigerians understand what these people are doing, nobody is escaping it. None of us will escape this. Because how can you tell people to tighten their belt, and then somebody is taking over almost 1 billion. I mean, almost almost $1 million to go on a jamboree. To go on a jamboree, and the people are sitting there. Mr. Eric, Elvis, you are right when you said after today and tomorrow, we will forget it.
Exactly.
We will forget it. Have we not forgotten the yacht? Have we not? Have we not forgotten that his son took our plane to go and play golf, or whatever he went to do with it? Have we not forgotten that? That's why, I keep praising the people who are coming here day by day, sacrificing their time, sacrificing everything, including their relationship. Because you don't tell me it is easy for each and every one of us. Because your children, your wife, and the rest of your family, for the next 3-4 hours, you are like an enemy to them. And that's why, Mr. Elvis, every one of us are giving you that flower that you deserve. And every other person that comes here to speak every day. Because, for example, now, if you are at home, right now, nobody is communicating with you. You are an enemy to them. You are. Let's say it as it is. Do you imagine what it means? Sometimes your children will want to ask you something or say something to you. They can't even come to you because they know you are working. Working for what? To free Nigeria. And yet some people are not seeing it that way. Some people are not serious about it. You know, I took the advice of Madam Rita and Madam Omoye's corner. That anybody, I'm starting to hear, brother, please, because in Igbo, because voice notes asking me. I told them, sorry, you didn't do anything to me. But I think you guys are comfortable. So enjoy your comfortability. Somewhere I am enjoying my own comfortability here. It's as simple as ABCD. Enough of this nonsense. I cannot take it anymore. Can't. It's so depressing. I don't know what I would have done if I'm in Nigeria. But I'm telling you, I don't know how to tell Nigerians this. Don't think what they're doing, you waiting for 4 years or 8 years to come, that the suffering will be over. It will keep increasing. Is it not the same thing you and I said about Buhari? Is it not the same thing? We said exactly the same thing. Pata, 8 years, he go come out. Go get another president, we go make him better. And this is what we got. So I am saying this, if you don't want to do it now, day by day, it is increasing gradually. And hence, your body system have such resistance. It will continue to resist it. Because the environment will not change in your eyes. The environment is the same. I used to say it here, that Nigerians are not fighting because they haven't been taken out of the country. If you take all Nigerians out of the country and bring them back, to go and witness somewhere and bring them back, I think things will change. And that's why we're saying what we are saying today. For you to know that there is difference, do it now. But if you refuse to do it, it's all upon you. It's all upon you, because it will never change. It will keep increasing. It will never decrease. It will keep increasing. And because you never know any other way of life, you will see it as the same. You will see it as this is how it should be. It's so frustrating. Very, very frustrating. And like Give Us Our Mandate said, Mr. Obi have just pointed it out for us. He can't do any other thing other than point it out. Say it with vengeance. Say it with anger. Say it as it is. Make it clear so that you can see the damage. That's why the comparison with China comes in. You need to see it. So if he finish saying this to you, presenting this to you, you want him to tell you, hey, Mumu, come on, go fight these people. Or go take back your country. You will never hear him from that from him. That I can bet all everything I have. You will never hear him say that. Not even sure whatever will say that if he becomes into this situation. If he is a major opposition, he will not even say that. Because he will choose his languages very clever. I bet if he is number one opposition, he won't speak the way he speaks today. And that's why I'm asking Nigerians, you have a lot of leaders that you can listen to, but you fail to take the necessary precautions or actions. It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. And until we believe in one Nigeria, because everybody, many people who are saying I believe in one Nigeria, I still see it as deceit until we start matching our words with action. Until we start, because now it's happening. The other side will look away. When it's happening to the other side will look away. And yet, when we talk about Nigeria, all of us will come back and say we love Nigeria. It was so painful for me yesterday that I wasn't in a place to get a real what is it called network for me to speak, because that topic yesterday was so interesting to me, because that is exactly why we were where we are today. That's exactly when it's happening to one person, everybody looks away, thinking it's that person's problem. Imagine what is happening in Brunei and the rest of the northern states. When it started, many people said it was northern problem. Leave them alone; they will solve their problem. Even them themselves say, "Leave us alone. We will solve our problem." And today is affecting. Before the side effect of what happens there affect the rest of Nigeria, but today is affecting you direct, whether you like it or not. It's affecting you and I direct. And that is the problem we have in Nigeria. I tell everybody, the problem of Nigeria will not go away until the other person's problem becomes your problem. Many people are feeding well today. That's why nobody thinks about coming out. Nobody asks you to come out to do anything stupid. Can we say if we just do a march somewhere we campaigned? The same way we campaign. Just go stand in front of INEC, remove INEC chairman. We don't want him. What will happen? What? And when you talk, they tell you, oh, they're going to plant this, plant that. Plant who? Are they planting those as alien? Are they not Nigerians too? Mr. Elvis is, sometimes, when we talk about Nigeria, it gets emotional. But I am telling Nigerians, look at what happened today. Look at the numbers of people your president took to even they're saying this is a climate change, and you are still burning up of the same thing, traveling without reason. That's even the whole world that is even organizing this. I ask them questions sometimes, because when you see the way they come in there, and I'm being taxed to clean the environment, where they mess up the whole thing. So my people in Nigeria, we're not gonna come out of this quagmire. Very soon we will not even be seeing him. Very soon, mark my word, we will not be seeing him. He will not even talk to you, because now they know that they talk too much, they make sure too much. They're gonna change. Nigerians are angry. They're gonna change their strategy. They're gonna change their strategy, and until you and I said enough is enough, nothing will change. I yield here. Thank you, Mr. Elvis.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all.
Mr. Elvis.
Thank you.
Mr. Elvis, hang on, Mr. Elvis. 1 second, please. Yeah, give us our mandate. That of the labor, right? There's something I want us to pay attention to. You see, our media is the biggest problem Nigeria have. If you go back to all those days where they're threatening strikes and all that, you can hear how the media present this same labor as irresponsible people, that Nigerians are hungry and they are calling for strike.
Mr. Chooks.
Yeah,
Mr. Chooks.
hang on. Just give me 1 minute. I'll explain this, right? They said that right? You go to what do you say about the government going to court, right, to hold labor? Who are these people that is giving this order? Do they do the same thing in your place? Do they do the same thing here? Because forget that Nigeria is a lawless country, right? If when the court give order said don't go on strike, you go on strike. What do? You can't go on strike. Because first of all, why are you protesting? You are protesting that they do the right thing. So why are you going to do the wrong thing for you to do the right thing? Because that one you said, I remember the interview, one of these things, the one you talked about, Ajero's beating, right? Why they went to court? It was because on strike was because these people didn't go to court. They didn't. That's why they went to on strike. I watched the interview fully. And don't forget, when it happened between the university, the government quickly went and created another organization. Even if Labour wants to go on strike today, right? TUC says no. What are you going to do? There's a lot of problem in Nigeria. They know what they're doing. Until the people say no. It is only the people. Forget about any institution in Nigeria to save you. I am just saying it clear. Forget any institution in Nigeria to save you. No institution can save you except Nigerians. Because the whole institution, they have swallowed them. They have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me
Well, sorry, Mr. Elvis. The reason I called on, the reason I was calling on Labor is because they have the number. But I think somebody actually put this well in the comment section. I think somebody put it well. That's Adelaja, Mr. Adelaja Gumbi. I mean, you actually put it well. I mean, Bob Marley said it. Stand up, get up, and fight for your rights. So Nigerians, honestly, this government have done so much things that's enough for people to hold the government at ransom. But I was going to say this at a lighter mode. We didn't see all of our other panels here. Maybe they said and they Dubai.
Please hold on. Let me quickly take this call. Good evening to you, sir. Thanks for calling in. Right. Talk to us, sir.
Okay, hold on.
No. Go ahead, sir. On the phone. Go ahead. Talk to us. Mr. Tony, go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Should I go ahead?
Yes, sir. Talk to us. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you and good evening. I really appreciate you are taking my call. I just called to appreciate all of you for what you've been doing. I've not been participating these past few days, though occasionally I call in late. Well, first and foremost, with what you showed today on the audio thing, you should know who Bola Tinubu is. He came there just to bear the name Mr. President and to flex himself as a Lagos boy, a go Wenjele. That's what we are seeing there. So that is not anything new. If people getting angry, he doesn't care. And until Nigerians wake up to realize that, yes, this is how this very government will continue to roll on. If they don't do anything for the next 4 years, they will keep borrowing and spending on themselves, But what made me call now? Yesterday's gathering was so interesting.
Yeah.
And I want to just shed one or two points of light there concerning, I saw Mr. Magnus Oraka with you people. And, everything was said, and it looks as if, the platform is now turning to a Biafra, IPOP, this, that. Hey, let me say this. The IPOP and the Biafra, this young man from Igbo land are talking about now, wasn't the Biafra that Ojuku, fought for. How they came about their own. After RAF, I don't know if you knew about one barrister Raf, I've forgotten his last name now, came up with this Biafra issue. And then, you know, the government, you know, dealt with him the way they dealt with him and left him. He went below. This guy came up. I just heard of Nnamdi Kanu one day. Nobody knows what these young men are doing. We don't know what their program, what the agenda is. And I will want to plead with Oraka. Oraka, I thank God with what, for what Dr. CM was trying to let him know. When you enter into a garage, a motor park, and you see shoe shiners there, you see Agboros loading, you see then you see some gentlemen on this other side, and then the Agboros say things to you, and you use those things to start classifying the people who you know that under normal circumstances, if they sit with you on a one-to-one conversation, you will read meaning into what they are saying and you can understand them. It doesn't make sense. You don't look at what those people say and you say, Igbos say. It's not it. Nobody is against him criticizing. But pick, just like for instance, we look at some of the Yorubas who are not following what a new Nigeria wants, and they are clamoring for Agbado. And today, they are the ones that are crying more. When you say some Yorubas behave, I remember one day I was saying something, but I think I made a mistake and I said Yorubas. You corrected me. I quickly said, well, if I said that, I retrace my steps and this is what I'm saying. He should be able to understand who are the people telling him those things. Not all the things he hears from all these boys that he should count to make any sense to him. For instance, let me say this, saying those are Igbos. Anybody that says that means that person doesn't know history. You cannot count those as Igbos. But if they are talking of people from the South, there are certain histories behind what some of them probably had somewhere, and without any concrete, you know, understanding of those things, they just start talking. Now, for instance, I mentioned someday, if you remember, on one of your telecasts, that when I was telling you, I said, Biafra, during the war, the creation of states, these states now that form Niger Delta, beside Edo, they were all of the eastern region. And then that notwithstanding, one cannot look at it and you say, yeah, I can be an Igbo man somewhere else. Look at Wike, for instance, see his behavior. Those days, I don't want to go into history. There's a way, those days, years past, the history, the story we had from the forefathers of how the Igbos deal with situations. You know, in Igbo land, people, they don't have kings truly, but the heads of families, heads of clans, and all the rest of them, they sit down under trees, they hold meetings. If you're a bad person in the community, they chase you away. They chase you away. Some people, they will, you know, cover them with masquerade and send them into the and they will not return again. There are, Mr. Niger Watch, I wouldn't want to start saying this over this thing. I just want to, I would have loved if I have Oraka's number, I could call him and give him a few information that he should go and investigate so that he will know when genuine people are talking to him and when people who don't have pedigree are talking. I will stop it at this.
Thank you,
God
sir.
bless you. Continue with what you are doing. Please don't relent and don't let the Biafra IPOP thing create problem for your platform. If they start saying things that don't make sense, please close the day and go away.
Okay,
Open
sir.
another day for people to make sense.
Thank
God
you,
bless
sir.
you.
God bless you too, sir. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Yes, sir.
I'm blessed.
All right, let me take another call, guys. Love of God is my strength. Good evening to you, madam. Thanks for calling in. Talk to us. Talk to us, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you very much. Good evening to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Yeah, first and foremost, I would like to apologize for yesterday. I'm not that kind of person.
What happened?
Person. Yeah, because I cursed one pastor. I said stupid and it's wrong. I shouldn't do that.
Oh,
I'm apologizing
I
for
can't
it.
even remember
I'm
that.
apologizing. That's not who I am anyway.
All right, that's fine.
Because you know this Nigeria problem, when it comes on you, if you are not careful, you misbehave. And that might not be your character. So I'm really, really sorry. Please, I'm sorry.
No problem.
And I want to talk about Tinubu in Dubai. You see, I'm so surprised. Nigeria, they should be ashamed of themselves. I know some Nigeria who are in Dubai and who are hiding from the government. Let me just know I'm going to put it in code. And they manage to go and sleep in the farms. They work in the farms. Some of them in the night, they run to the desert. It's a long story, so I don't want to talk about it here. For a government of a country, Tinubu, to carry people as much as this, and you have your citizens in that same country who are running, hiding from whatever, we know what they're hiding from anyway, and you can go there, and the people that are chasing them, the government of Dubai, they know that your people are in that country who cannot eat, and you can come to their country with 1,411 plus people to move them into a country. Number one, you are helping the economy. I'm telling you, Tinubu is a mistake. Nigeria, we have entered one chance. These people don't even think about anything unless to enjoy. I just want to imagine, to look at the face of Nigerians who are sleeping under anywhere that is sleeping, who are sleeping in farms, who they don't pay even money when they farm in the land, in the garden, in the farm, they don't pay them money. So again, they will chase them away in the night. I'm telling you, I know this, so that's why I'm talking about it. So it is, and look at this government, you went there and they are showing us if they have money, and your country is bleeding. It's a shame. Number two, the pastor that say we should pray. I want to tell our great pastor, we have prayed though. Hey, we have prayed. Nigeria, if they want to look at people who pray all over the world, Nigeria is the greatest country that can pray. Go to Nigeria, every corner we have church. Even some people are doing church inside the house. They turn it to church. You will see where they say deliverance center. Capture them when they are unbeliever. I see it when I go to Nigeria. So we have prayed though, and moreover, we cannot pray again. Please, he can call Tinubu and his children to go and fast and pray for 3 days. I don't think Nigeria can fast any longer. 3 days fasting. They have done it every day. They fast every day. Every day Nigeria is fasting. Some of them can't see food to eat. That is fasting itself. So this our pastor, our man of God, please, you can come to Tinubu and Sheyi and Remi Tinubu as the head of the country they are now. They should please fast for 3 days and beg God to forgive them so that they can return Nigeria back to where it should be. Nigeria cannot fast again. They are already fasting because they are hungry. Number three, Niger Wash and everybody on the panel and comment section, we miss Mr. Peter Obi to be our president. We miss. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Madam Love, it's okay. It's okay.
Let me go. We miss Peter Obi. I have to say it. We miss him.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you, my people.
Miss Elvis.
Yes, sir.
I'm so sorry. You know, that woman, she said something that was so profound. We have many Nigerians, for example, the country where I live, that are working under the table. The reason because they don't have documentations. Now maybe their visa already expired. They cannot go back. They cannot go front. Now you now enter, maybe for example, as a president, a country that like that, with 1,411 and the people of that country know what your citizen are going through, would they man, that woman said something that is very profound.
All right. Is Madam Love of God is my strength. Your submission was very, very touchy. I understand. I really do. This is a woman that lives in one of the best countries in the world. For her to speak or express herself that way, it shows that you know, she's one of those people that lives abroad that was actually hoping to move back home if Peter Obi came in. But unfortunately, a lot of people's hopes have been dashed because these people didn't give the presidency to Mr. Peter Obi. And if you look at it the other way around, you can as well see that most people that were joining this broadcast during the time of the campaign, most of them actually confessed during that time that they can't wait to move back home after Mr. Peter Obi have been sworn in. They stopped coming to the broadcast, not because we've offended them here, because many of them have given hope for Nigeria. And people, we always say most of the time that people in Nigeria, they are suffering. They are suffering, they are suffering. But sometimes we forget to say that what about us that lives abroad? If you have to check it, one way or the other, we are also suffering. Yes, maybe our suffering might not be the money or the security or the comfort, but yeah, mentally, yes, mentally, we're suffering. A lot of people traveled abroad. All of us that are abroad today, many of us traveled with a dream. And most of us have acquired or rather achieved that dream. Then to go back to Nigeria, you cannot steal. Then many of us as well have built houses in Nigeria, mansions. But unfortunately, you cannot really enjoy your buildings in Nigeria because you still cannot boldly move back home. So a lot of them were very, very hopeful during the time of the campaign, the election and all that. But now, for you to see a grown-up woman shed tears like that, you should know that some of our hopes have been dashed. Yes, which she knows she can never get from these satanic APC people. It's very unfortunate that we find ourselves here. Like I said, I did my part, and that's what I'm still doing. But I don't know how this can change. But if you are one of the people that lives abroad and you're listening to me today, and you've given up in Nigeria, I understand. But I will still beg you not to give up. Because if you give up, I give up, we give up, that better Nigeria, we can't have it. And guess what? This satanic set of people that have been recycling themselves since Nigeria was created, they want you to give up in Nigeria. They want the best Nigerians that we question them to jackpot out of Nigeria. Why the gullible ones will stay with them. And if you have to look at it holistically, you realize that most Nigerians that is vocal, outspoken, they have left Nigeria. Most intelligent Nigerians have left Nigeria. Those Nigerians that have stone in their head, that can lead a protest to say nothing they happen, they have left Nigeria. Many of them are not in Nigeria anymore. And these people are happy whenever this is happening. They want you to travel. Nigerian government are not against jack buying. They want you to go. If you complain too much, get out, go. So this is one of the reasons why I say all the time that the situation in Nigeria is not just affecting the people in Nigeria, it's also affecting us in abroad. Yes. If you want to know how it affects us in abroad, look at the repetitive activities you do every day. The same thing. During the summer, sometimes most of us are released, or rather relieved, to do some kind of things, visit somebody, go to one or two parties for those of you that party. Now, winter, if you are working, go to work, come back home, eat, go to your kitchen, go to your living room, go to your room, go to your bathroom, toilet, then go back to sleep, my friend, and sleep. That's it. Nothing else. So if you look at it, regardless of our country is bad, if not because these people make the country uncomfortable for you and I, Nigeria is far, 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 far better than abroad. I know some might argue with me, but I will tell you that Nigeria is far, far, far better than abroad. That's our home. You can't be in Nigeria, you say you're bored. It's not possible. How? Right? But in abroad, most of you have the best clothes in your wardrobes. But those clothes, you don't know where you want to wear and go. You have the best shoes, the best bags. You don't know where you want to wear and go. You have money, real money in your account. Yes, you've bought houses in abroad. Yes, fine. But you're still living a boring life. And the causes of this is bad leadership in our own country. This is why I say all the time that the situation in Nigeria is affecting all of us. It's just that some people they don't want to agree. It's affecting all of us. For a grown-up woman to speak like that and start to cry, some of our hopes have been dashed. Meanwhile, let's move on. I have this article that I want us to look. Only in Nigeria you see things like this, and they call it mistakes in the expense of other people's lives. Look at this. If this were not shocking, I don't know what it go shock you again. Nigerian army admit mistakenly dropping bombs on Kaduna villages from combat drones, killing 126 civilians. 126 people died and many properties destroyed. Nigerian government said we mistakenly dropped the bomb on the Kaduna villages. Mistake. You see, I don't know. I don't know how to talk about this country anymore because I believe I've said it all. Yeah. The Nigerian army on Monday accepted responsibility for a series of bombing that pummeled villages in Kaduna, leaving scores of civilians dead as part of a protracted operation targeting armed bandits along the country's western flank. You see, and they talk for them. Many residents of the Tundonbiri village in the Igabi local government area were killed in the air raid, with several others injured on Sunday night in what an army chief told state officials was an error. Meanwhile, if we come here, they admitted, remember the country we came from. Let me highlight it. The last information we received gave us 126 bodies. So I'll leave it there. And long this year, I'm not interested to read anything. But now, if they are saying 126 people died, and you and I know the country we came from, that when it comes to statistics, in terms of things like this, you will never get the truth from Nigerian government. Yeah, you will never. Remember Buhari's administration? Almost at the end of his administration, if people come and say about 60,000 Nigerians died during Buhari administration. Amnesty International said that more than 2 million or so Nigerians died in Buhari's administration. So just look the margins where they remove. So if they tell you now that 126 civilians died, just walk the math by yourself. You know, it will concern many people right now because your family member not inside there and all that. I'm not interested and all. And I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I make all of us do where we did today. For UK, all the citizens are interested in anything that is happening in their country. Only you go to do something for your outside. Your neighbor go to use style they watch you from their window. You not go know. Though they spy on you secretly. Everybody are very, very alert. They want to be sure what is happening around them. It's only in Nigeria you see this one say, not concern me. May God protect me and my family. Not concern me. That's why we are where we are today. It's very sad. Very, very, very sad. But I still strongly believe that Nigeria will be better someday. But the reason why I'm putting all the effort to do what I'm doing today, because I wanted Nigeria to be better in my time, by God's grace. Yeah, that's what I want. I know obviously Nigeria will be better. But if it not happen for our time, it not go good now. Yes. Remember some people 40 years ago, they could not achieve it. I pray God give us all long life, good health, and Nigeria should be better in our time. I love my country. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a proud Nigerian. And nothing can change that. And for those of you that is saying that you're not a proud Nigerian anymore, or you want separation, or you want Biafra, Ododuwa, whatever, I will never kick against what you want. May God bless you all. That's fine. With what we are facing now, for someone like me to even be saying that, no, I'm still proud of Nigeria, suppose no say get the way, you know, wait till they go through my mind. Some people don't want to hear this, and I will never blame them for it. If you don't want to hear it, that's a normal thing. I understand. I'm not against it at all, because these people have pushed us all to the wall. Very sad. Thank you very much, my people. Thank you for those of you just joining us. Divine Cross, thank you very much. Peggy Modi, thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Ame Bright. Michael Abba, I can see you as well. Thank you, my wonderful people right there. Thank you. Please help us to press on the like button. Destiny Available and many, many others. And God will bless you now. Okay, let me give opportunity to the people. We don't have enough people on the panel today, so we're going to be rounding up after Mr. Ike finishes submission. Mr. Ike, it's good to have you on the panel, sir. Good evening to you, sir. Please, I'd like you to talk to us so that we can do the final round and round up. Thank you, sir.
God bless you, my brother Elvis. How are you, my brother?
I'm very fine, sir. Thank you. Good to have you here.
Yes, it has been a while, my brother. It has been. But God is good. I follow every day and want to thank you and pray that God will continue to strengthen you. It's not easy, but we are getting there. Like your last statement just right now, he said, you know that Nigeria will be better, but if it doesn't happen in our own time, it's not going to be good. That is true. We are hoping that it's going to be better in our own time, because that's what we wish to see. We want to bequeath our children a better Nigeria. And it has not been easy, but the Lord is our strength. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, sir.
For our brother give us a mandate, and Alex and CM and the rest, who are almost every day with you on the panel. I want to thank God for the grace upon you and the strength you have. Some of us who wants to be part of it every day, time differences is always a very difficult thing. I live in a small island where our time difference is quite completely complicated for me to be on the panel most of the time. When the panel is on, I'm working, and sometimes it's difficult when you work in a public place, it's not easy for you to keep up with trying to follow what is going on or be part of it, but I can be listening. So God bless all of you for all you're doing. I don't know what is the topic of today. If you might just give me one or two so that I can be able to cue into.
Okay, yes, we are talking about consumption. Tinubu and his people that went to Dubai for the COP28, they call it. And he went with his delegate, 1,411 delegate from Nigeria. So we are talking about the amount they might have spent on their flight tickets, their hotel bills, feedings, and many others. So that's what Nigerians have been talking about since yesterday. So that's what we're talking about as well. Thanks, sir.
Okay, it's good. I've been following since yesterday about the event. But should this surprise anybody? I mean, it should not be a surprise to anybody that this is what it is. We did everything humanly possible to have a better Nigeria in February. Nigerians decided that it is time that they want to make a change. Every bit of Nigerian, every part of us who believe in a true Nigeria, we all played a part to see that we have a better Nigeria. But the satanic people or the privileged few in the midst of 200 and something million people decided to take what was freely given to Nigerians by their choice. They decided to take it themselves. This is where we are today. So it is painfully sad. We will continue to talk. Nigerians will continue to express themselves. And I think that it is good that right now, this illegitimate government has come to understand that this is, I think we are becoming, this is the first time we're having real opposition. PDP has positioned himself. Our principal has positioned himself as an opposition, and you can see the heat is on. Heat is on everywhere. They're having sleepless night. They cannot sleep. Pikin wey say mama no go sleep, he too no go sleep. Na so it be. You know, get any other way, my brother. Pikin wey say mama no go sleep, he too no go sleep. So we're on it, and they will continue to make their mistakes. They will continue to fall into the holes that they dig for themselves, and the time shall come when there will be no more to fall in. And when the cave will cave way, and I think the new Nigeria will be bad, So, listen, you can imagine. They told us last week or last month that they met an empty treasury, right? And all we have been seeing since this illegitimate government came into power is all about wasteful expenditures, jamborees, It has been carnival trip and touring and flying. This is what we have been experiencing, and they keep telling you that they don't have money. But you see what it is. So, like as you said, even if we make that calculation, say by 1 million, if one person at least, we know that it is more than that. But you can see how much is the budget of Nigeria. How much does Nigeria as a country make in a month? And how much do we use to service the debt that we're owing? And how much do we, that is remaining, that we put in infrastructures or in school or in health or in security or in electricity? We are left with nothing, my brother. We are left without a country. You know, listen, this craziness is going to go. These people have taken Nigerians to, listen, they have studied Nigerians and they know we cannot do anything. So they can just do anything and get away with it. This is what it is. They don't see Nigeria finish, my brother. They don't see us finish, my brothers and sisters. They don't see us finish. Say, now talk, we go talk. If we give her 1,000, he go to beer parlor to sit down with a bottle of beer and a plate of pepper soup, and everything is gone. And tomorrow is another day. So they don't see us finish. You see, my brother? So this is why. They know we can't do anything. They know we can't react nothing. We can only, they say that they can only talk, but they cannot do anything. So this is what it is. 8,411 under the expenses of Nigerian money, where workers in Nigeria don't have a better salary pay, where there is a lot of unemployment, where there is insecurity in Nigeria, where a bag of rice is 70,000 naira, where people cannot be sure of their daily bread tomorrow. And this is the government we have. This is what we have gotten as a country. It's a shame, and it is disgraceful that Nigerians have found themselves in this situation. My brother, we cry that what we hoped for didn't come to pass. If you, I don't know if you listened to Tanko Yusuf interview at Channel this morning, you can see Chamberlain. You know, you can see Chamberlain with his argument. Where did Mr. Peter Obi got the figures? You can see his argument. At the end of the day, he fall into the trap because he was interviewing an intelligent young man who has been in the system, who knows what the system is all about. Because they want you as a Nigerian to prove to them they are the mainstream media who are supposed to know what is going on in the country. They are the people who are looking for people like you to give them the true information of what is going on, you know, or they are pretending as if they don't know what is really going on. But I thank God for Mr. Tanko. He stood his ground and he proved to Chamberlain that he doesn't know why he became a journalist. You know, this is what it is. Look at how much, consider how much, Brother Elvis, that is going into that country for these few days that are going to have this conference. Consider the economic impact to that country in every aspect of economic well-being of a people. Can you see how much of enrichment that this country is getting from most of the country that cannot afford to pay a salary to workers in their country? From most impoverished and poor countries of the world who cannot take care of their citizens, but the money that they have, they decided to go and dump it in a country that doesn't deserve more, in a country that doesn't need more. My brother, it is unimaginable. These people, they have seen us finish. And this is the game they are playing because they know that we can't do anything. You know, this man has become an emperor in Nigeria. The people that are supposed to be the people that are making check and balances, where are they? We don't have anyone. Who is going to make the check and balances? Nobody. Is it from the National Assembly? Or is it the old politicians, the people that we are praying and asking God to take away from the political system of Nigeria? Who? Nigerians almost have given up. Nigerians almost are saying, well, every day we wake up, whatever we see, we take. But I don't think that that is the spirit. If it is the spirit, I don't think Niger Watch will continue to broadcast Nigeria up to this time after the election. Because of your conviction, because of your belief, you believe that we are still going to have a better Nigeria, which I myself, I believe. No matter how hard, no matter how painful that it can be to me and every other good Nigerians, I am still having confidence that so long as we have people like Mr. P2B in Nigeria today, we're going to have a better Nigeria. But the question is, when and how? Because that is what is it. What our principal is doing now is what he is doing, what he's supposed to be doing. And I think that Nigerians should wake up. Nigerians should wake up. Because
thank you.
Peter Tosh said that everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. And I don't know how you can get to heaven. So it's really sad what our country is going through. But just for the fact that these people have seen us finish, we can't do anything. They can do whatever they want to do and get away with it. But I sent you something in private, what's up to you. Maybe you'll see it later. I believe that it was a message I did yesterday in the church. It is whatever a man sows is going to reap. You know, so I'm not what is going on in Nigeria. It doesn't call for any fun for a Nigerian, but it's painful. As long as some of us who are still carrying Nigerian green passport, it is more hard and more frustrating and more stressful when you are traveling with Nigerian passport. But what can I do? What can we do? What can I do? I'm a Nigerian. I'm a true Nigerian. And I will remain a true Nigerian. It doesn't matter whatever happens. If Nigeria themselves decide that it is time for us to go our separate ways, we do it in peace. We have fought war. Now we are not going to fight any war for Nigerians to be a country or to live separately as a nation. I don't think Nigeria is going to go to that way anymore because we fought it the other time. And I think it was an ignorant war that we fought. But right now, I think when Nigerians decide that it's time for them to go, I think we shall do it on a platter of tape where everybody will discuss what they want. And I hope and I am praying that this National Assembly will have a new face where there are going to be a discussion of Nigeria, a way forward for Nigeria, so that Nigeria can be able to live as a country where you and I and every other person have an equal right to everything that belongs to Nigeria. I don't want nobody to be seen as is not part of Nigeria or somebody as an alien or somebody who is a visitor in Nigeria. We're all Nigerians. We're all carrying the same green passport. So I just believe that we need peace in Nigeria. We need to coexist among each other. You know, when we are, all of us that live outside here, when we see ourselves outside Nigeria, we live like we're from the same family. So why should we in Nigeria not live the same? You know, God bless you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ike. May God bless you. I saw your message. I was so surprised. I totally forgot that you're a pastor, you know. So ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to 1 minute of what Mr. Ike was saying here. Although it's a long videos, but I just want us to take 1 minute for you guys.
I am a realist. I'm a pastor. I'm a practical pastor who believes in the truth of life.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Let's listen to this.
It's the word of God.
De palabra de Dios.
For the fact that I am standing here to minister the word to you does not mean I am not affected by this word. No, there is no exception. Whether you are a believer or you are not a believer, the consequences of the seed that you sow is what you are going to reap. I cannot reap your seed. no pokose chalo ke aba sembra. The only way I can reap your seed, the único manera cuando pokose chalo ke aba sembra, depends on the seed that you sow in my own life. Depende de semilla que você sembrar dentro da sua vida. Whether it's good, se é bom, or whether it's bad.
All right, I'll stop you right there, my people. I'll share it into the group. That is Mr. Ike right there. Mr. Ike, thank you very much for the voice you have right there for the not just for Nigeria, but for the world, for a better world that we live in. God bless you, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay, let's move on, my people. I would like to appreciate you, Madam Amen Bright. Thank you very much for the super chat. May God bless you. I appreciate every one of you. Michael Abba, I saw your message. It's heartbreaking. Yes, you know, we all are here encouraging ourselves. Hopefully that we'll have a better Nigeria someday in our time. Thank you very much. Okay, the last person on the panel, which is Mr. Jonathan Kingsley. Mr. Jonathan Kingsley, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Good evening to you, sir. I'd like you to talk to us, sir. Are you there? We can't hear you. Okay, Mr. Jonathan Kingsley, you have issue with your mic. We can't hear you. Although you're muted, we still cannot hear you. So let me move on to the next person. When you are ready, after this person, we'll try again. Okay, let me quickly go to give us a mandate. Give us a mandate, sir. Please give us your final submission of the broadcast today. Give us a mandate. You're not available as well. Okay, let me go to Mr. Chuksobibweze. Mr. Chuksobibweze, if you are there, give us your final submission, sir. Thank you. Where is everybody? I mean, people not the year.
No, when they hear you, I beg you, pass me.
You know, at least it's better because when people, you know, when people keep somebody silent, they are not beginning to think, am I the one having the issue? Please hold on. Thank you very much, sir, for calling back again. Please talk to us.
Sorry, Mr. Nigawatch, God bless you. You will wonder why I called back. I had a very shocking something now from you saying that the Nigeria Air Force, or is it the Army, bombed Kaduna State. And they claim it's an error.
Yeah, they say it was a mistake.
Did you hear me laughing? Hey, Mr. Nigawatch, do you realize that the, what do you call it, the Defense Academy is in Kaduna? Are you aware? In Zaria?
Okay.
That is where all Nigerian military are trained. And then the question we'll ask again is, which part of Kaduna State did they bomb?
It's there. They said it. Everything is there.
If you check, it may be the Zaria side. And that is the Christian side of Kaduna. If they do this and they say it's a mistake and the military are not reacting to it, what happens? Okay, if it were a mistake and they go and bomb right inside the heart of the military of Nigeria, we are all the soldiers that have been trained from time immemorial. That's where they go to for every training. Judge, that's where it's called. That's where they call that. You know, and they are saying it's a mistake. Mr. Nigawatch, if you hear that, you tell them they are big liars. They should stop lying to them. If they want to annihilate a group of people, see the roadblocks in Igbo land. What do they want to do? I thank God for what's his name, Mr. Alex. Today I heard him talking. The other day too. You see, the plan is this. They want, like we were talking earlier, they want every person to japa. And as people are japaing, I have said it earlier that you go around Nigeria, check all the people riding Okada, see the Okada they are riding. All those things are what? These are jihadists they have brought into Nigeria. And at the appointed time, they want Fulanis to take over the southeast. And most possibly, some of the North Central, where they believe.
Thank you, sir.
People are stubborn.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
God bless you.
In fact, my head, atomic fire.
Okay.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Oh, so sad. I've already caught it. Very sad. Anyway, I have Madam Deborah with us. Madam Deborah, can you hear me, ma?
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening to you, ma. Please talk to
Good
us.
evening, Mr. Nigeria Watch and every other person that is watching. Honestly, it's very, very depressing, everything that is going on in Nigeria. It's very, very heartbreaking, especially the last article that you just read about the incident in Kaduna. I'm really concerned. I don't really know what will happen in that country, that people will say, yes, this is the limit, or this is when we have had enough. That issues like this will happen and everywhere is going to be quiet. You don't hear people making noise. You don't hear it on social media. You don't hear people aggrieved that a large number of people like this can be taken away, and the military will just put out a mere writing to say is a mistake. And yet Nigerians are not asking questions as if it's not human life that is gone. I don't understand. Sometimes I wonder what has happened to people, what has happened to us as a people. This is why I said the last time, when things like you rightly say, something will be happening to another person and people are not concerned.
Exactly.
So when will it be that they will say, okay, this is enough? I don't understand. It's depressing, it's pathetic, and I don't know the way the country is going. I don't know. And even those people who are quiet, they might feel, oh, it's happening in Kaduna State, or it's not going to affect me. It's only a question of time. But it will come to everyone. It will happen to everyone. So if you see something happening to someone and you turn your back and you didn't do anything, you are equally as guilty as that person who is committing that atrocity. So that is all I'm going to say. All Nigerians are quiet. Those people who don't think, oh, it's none of my business. It's just like when you see an abuse going on and you refuse to do anything, you are as guilty as the person committing that abuse.
Mm-hmm.
And all Nigerians that are quiet at the atrocity that is happening, they are as guilty as the people who are perpetuating those things. And it's only a question of time. It's only a question of time. I feel bad. I'm saddened by this incident. And for them to say it's a mistake. What kind of mistake? I don't believe this is a deliberate attempt. Might be a mistake, I don't know, but with more investigation needs to be carried out. But obviously, the way the matter, if you didn't even bring it out, I didn't hear it from anywhere, not even on the internet. You would expect that an incident like this, everybody should be talking about it. But as usual, there's nothing. People are just going to just look at it as if it's one of those things that's become a normal happening.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. May God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes. All right. I have another person trying to call in here, Okay. Mashallah. Okay. Let me quickly call you back so that we can have a closure of this broadcast. Hello, Mashallah. Please talk to us if you are there.
Good evening. Good night.
Good evening, sir.
This story of Nigerian Air Force is another story for the birds. It's intentional. In I don't know which year was it, which government was it? They bombed IDP camp, and they said it was a mistake. People died. Nigerian army should be really responsible. Nigerians should come out and start talking. This is how they will bomb somewhere and you tell us it's a mistake. How can a military man say they did a mistake on his own citizen? Now bombing your country and you're telling us it's a mistake. Whoever is in charge of military should be sacked. That's the height of rubbish any Englishman should come and see on papers. That is the height of stupidity. You do a mistake and you're coming to tell me it is a mistake. You're doing something intentional. Agbado is enjoying his crew, spending money, and his boys are bombing.
All right.
Do Nigerians know what's happening?
A lot will still happen, my brother. A lot will still happen because our silence will make a lot to happen. You know,
I don't seem to understand. He said that Nigerians don't know what's happening. You just be in your house, are suffering to eat, and somebody's banqueting in Dubai.
Thank
Nigerians,
you.
wake up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, done with
Hello,
calls.
Mr. Elvis. Can you hear me now, Mr. Elvis?
Yes. Okay, Mr. Jonathan, I can hear you now. Wonderful. I wanted to go on closure right now. Okay, talk to us, Mr. Jonathan. Good evening to you.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was my mic.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mr. Elvis. Thanks to everyone, to all the panelists and over there. Thanks to everyone. Really appreciate the opportunity. Just want to talk about the presentation of today. It's just so funny. For me, I see it as the case of Nigeria now is when you just listen to it now, it's just like you don't even know. My sister that spoke earlier, that was so emotional. Sometimes you just want to laugh. And as a matter of fact, the whole thing is just a comedy, even though it's a serious matter. You just laugh. You don't even know where to start. You don't know where to start from. The issue of that country. You don't know where to start from at all. That's a country where what happened is not just wasteful. It's not just a wasteful expenditure of the country's resources. To me, it is criminal. It is criminal. It is a wasteful criminal expenditure. And the relevant House or Senate, if we have any, because for me, I don't think we have, but if they are still there, I'm talking about the real legislative body. This is the kind of matters that they take up themselves, and the relevant committee act on this. If this is not wasteful, not just wasteful, but criminal in itself. This is a government that said the treasury, they met an empty treasury. Empty treasury. 15 billion to build the VP residence. Almost 1,500 delegates to a summit that brings zero immediate or short-term gains to Nigerians. 1 billion few months ago, $1 million few months ago to attend the UN Assembly in New York. Almost 160 million naira each to House Rep and Senators for SUV vehicles. And yet it is empty. Yet the treasury is empty. Who is fooling who here? A country where the cost of food, let's even put every other things aside. The cost of food is going up on a daily basis. In fact, not even daily, on an hourly basis. Hourly basis. A family friend was just telling me yesterday he ordered for some materials. He deposited the money in the morning for them to deliver it some few hours later. He didn't see them. And then he had to rush to the place before they close around 4 p.m. They said, sir, the price has changed. We're sorry. We have to give you the money back. That is Nigeria for you. The price have changed. Now they are asking him now to add almost 2 million naira to get this equipment. These are building related stuff. This is Nigeria for you on an hourly basis. But let's even leave that. The cost of food is going up, skyrocketing on an hourly, on a daily basis. Can these people come out and tell Nigerians how many farmers they have upgraded in the last 3-4 months? Let those farmers, let them come out. Even if it is one, let that farmer or farmers, let them come out and say, I have been upgraded. My equipment has been upgraded. I have received, upgraded equipment so that my produce will increase by 10, 20, 50% during the next harvest period. Let that farmer comes out and tell us. One or few farmers. They didn't see that. Do you know what $1 million will do to farmers in Nigeria? The kind of production it will bring to farming, to the agricultural sector, and the resultant food that will come into the market. These people are just clueless. This singular act of criminal wastefulness is a clue. It just tells us that these people are just clueless. Basically, they just added $1 million to the Dubai economy. You just go there on a Paris spree and just added $1 million to the economy. What are you doing in Nigeria that will bring people to Nigeria? What have you done in the last quarter, the last 3 months, the last quarter of the fiscal year? What have you done that you can say, okay, we need to bring people to Nigeria? Let the world come and see what you have. That's how you bring investment. That's how country develops. It is when you have things that you are proud of, that you can present, that are presentable. You invite the world to come. By my last count, there are at least more than 7,000 annual international conferences globally every year. Relevant one, substantial one, more than 7,000 international global conferences and summits every year. How many is Nigeria involved in? Who are you bringing to Nigeria? How are you showcasing Nigeria? You don't go out to go and show yourself. You bring people in. Come and see what I have. Dubai is so proud. They bring people in. Do you know the amount of money that they will bring into that economy? Because you don't have anything to show in Nigeria. As a matter of fact, nothing. Where do you want to take people to? Is it Samfara? What do you want to go and show people in Samfara? What do you want to, even our Lagos, the so-called Lagos, what is it you want to come and show the world there in Lagos? Is it Abuja? You only bring people there, they stay in the hotel for party for 3-4 days, spend money, sleep and party, and then they all go. What are they bringing to Nigeria? You have nothing to show. You have nothing presentable. You can't present Nigeria to the world. And you are going there to go and waste money. A good government, what you will do, you will work hard, sleepless night with your team. They themselves will know that we have worked. That you will be proud to bring people. You want the world to come and see. That's how countries develop. Countries are proud to bring people. They look for, you go to those conferences, you want to pick at least 3, 4, 5, or even a dozen in a year. At least 1 dozen, 12 out of 7,000. If you distribute it by 100 countries, that thing can go around. Each country can have 100 conferences. Each country can have 100. Talk less that some countries will even have nothing. Countries like Nigeria. Which means that you can have 10 or 12. That is a fantastic opportunity for you to showcase Nigeria to the world. But you can't do that because there is nothing. You are looting the money away. You are doing nothing. You are only eating the money. You have nothing to show the world. What do you want to show the world that Nigeria has to offer? Nothing. That is how countries develop. When people come, when your home is beautiful, you have a good home. Your home is presentable. You will be proud to invite people to your home. You will be proud. Even if you are not the type that doesn't want people to come. You are an introvert. You don't want people to come and see what you have. But when the opportunity provides itself, even indirectly or unconsciously, you will not panic. You will not panic because you know you have a good home. You want to present. Now we're talking of a country, a sovereign country. All you do is to go out there. In January now, they are going to Davos in Switzerland. That's another jamboree. They go and waste money. What do you have? Who can you bring to Ekiti State? What conference can you say, okay, this conference is going to be, is a world conference. It will be held in Ekiti State. This is a world conference, whatever conference it is, it will be held in Ebonyi State. Or this one is going to in Taraba. Pick them, organize them, but you have nothing to show. You can't show anybody. You are not proud to show your house. Is it the agricultural sector you want to portray? You want to come and see? You can't. Is it the educational sector? You can't. Is it the tech side? You can't. Even the Ajaokuta steel, a massive, gigantic, investment asset that is sitting down there, wasting away. They can't even develop it so that they can bring the whole world to come and see what we have in Ajaokuta. Organize a world conference, a world summit, call it whatever. Bring people, let them come and be proud all over the world. Organize it. If that is what you are spending money on, we will say yes, because you are bringing people to Nigeria to come and see. When 2,000 people attend that kind of a conference, you will catch 1 or 2 investors. That's how countries develop. But these ones are clueless. They don't want to govern. They don't want to govern or build the country. They just want to steal the Commonwealth, as they are doing in broad daylight with reckless abandon. Just stealing the country with reckless abandon. So wasteful. So wasteful. No production agenda of any kind, even the least of it. They should be ashamed of themselves in this age and time. Here's the question, the fundamental question. Yes, climate change is a global phenomenon. It affects everyone. It affects the world. But let them come and tell us what is that benefit now at this critical stage of Nigeria? What gain or gains attending this summit? What immediate gain or short-term gain that attending this summit that is greater than the immediate needs of Nigeria? Tell me that gain. Nigerian government, highlight it on the press conference that we are attending this summit because there is a gain, immediate gain to the Nigerian people, to the Nigerian economy that is greater than the immediate and short-term gain of an average Nigeria at this moment, at this critical time. Did they actually sit down and ask themselves that question before they went on this wasteful criminal expenditure? They didn't. Because that is what a government will do. You will look at it. What are we going to get? Yes, it is good. Climate change, yes, it's for the future. But what are we going to get out of it now? What is in it for Nigeria? Nigeria, are you people dumb? What is in it for Nigeria now, today? And what is in it for my people, Nigeria, in the next 6 months? In the next 9 months? If you cannot give yourself a convincing answer, that project, you strike it. Not at this time. That is how government, reach decisions. They don't just blink. They just check. Every conferences, they just check because it's an avenue to collect ESTA code. The minimum ESTA code is it $800 or $900 per day? And they will go there for 1 week, for 10 days. They will come back home with $10,000. It's a question of how many of that can I go in a year? How many of that can I go during the 4-year period that they will continue their criminality? Some of them will have amassed $2 million attending conferences alone, minus their salary, minus hotel accommodation and airline tickets. They will collect the ESTA code. That's all they are after. This is crazy. This is crazy. Talking of investment, bringing investment to Nigeria. I can't emphasize that enough. It is not going out. Please, if you are there, please don't are you people, you call yourself government and you are all educated and you know this fact. Most of you are educated and you are there. It is not going outside that bring investors. It is investors. You have to develop yourself to a certain level that you will be proud to bring them in. In fact, we bring them in and say their hotel is paid. They will stay in Nigeria for 3-4 days. Everything is paid. Just come and see. Because you are proud to show yourself. Just come and see. Certain delegates, once they land, you have a standard protocol system. They will take care of them. They will do everything because you want to showcase. Is it the land that we have, agricultural land that we have, that you want to showcase? But they have not been able to put this together. They don't even think about it. They are clueless. When we say they are clueless, the word clueless is huge. So it's because when we just say it, sometimes it might just sound vague. But when you break it down, you can spend a whole day on it. These people they are just clueless. They are just clueless. Nigerian universities are dead. Nothing to showcase. Rather, everybody is thinking how they are going to send their own kids outside to go and study. That's what everybody is thinking. Because you can't showcase Nigerian universities. You can't. You can't. This is where we are in Nigeria. And these are the people. Peter Obi was talking about production rather than being wasteful. Yes.
Okay.
Of all the money they have wasted in the last 6 months alone, take 20% of that money. We can go on and on. Take 20% of that money. You will have put it into production now that will have guaranteed at least at the minimum 10,000 jobs. That is minus 10,000 from the people that are jobless in Nigeria.
You.
That is where we are, Mr. It is just left for us. I thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I will leave it at that for now. I really appreciate it, and I hope they are listening, and I hope they will just do the right thing. And I just want to say lastly that I really agree with you. I can't agree with you more that Nigerians are, a lot of us that are abroad, we may not be financially suffering, but indeed we are suffering in so many other ways. In fact, I agree with your analysis on that. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Thanks to everyone. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. God bless you. I'll come back to you for your 5 minutes final submission as well. Okay, let me come to I'd like to come to Mr. Chuks Obibueze. Please give us your final submission, sir. Thank you very much.
Now don't call me.
Yeah, I called this when you did talk.
I know you hear my name. Sorry about that.
Sorry. All right, I'll come back to you. Yeah.
Give us our mandate. You were in the other room.
No. Maybe when I was taking my lunch, because I have my plates here. Maybe that's why I know you.
That is the other room, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan, for making it clear. You know, you can be clearer than that.
Sir. Thank you.
It's Mr. Elvis, that last article you presented, you know, is really touching. You know, the only person I've seen over the internet, you know, agitating for that was Rufai Useni. You know, he was saying, hey, you can't give us excuse this time. You can't tell us it could be bandit, it could be this. That needs to be thoroughly investigated, and you come out with a bold statement. That's the only man I see, you know, asking about that. Like many of us are asking questions about our media, because that is where all these things are, you know, all these things starts. The media is not helping matters. There's a lot of things that is happening. You know, look at people who are enjoying. Look, these people went for the birthday of, you know, they were celebrating the salah of a birthday of Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, and they went there and did this. You see, I don't know. I don't know. That tells us, you know, the corruption, everything they're doing in the military. Like one of the callers said, the whole institution that trains our military is in the same Kaduna. So if this, you call this a mistake, is happening in Kaduna, how about other places? How about other places? And this is why we said, you know, if you see it, if you hear it, and you keep quiet, I'm sorry, one day it's going to get to every one of us. I keep emphasizing this on this very platform. I cannot stop saying that, because that is exactly what it is. One day, it will reach us. I mean, like one of the lady caller said, this happened and nobody is shouting, nobody is, you know, questioning. You know why? Because it doesn't affect us until it affects us. And like I always say, Nigeria is the way it is because every child born into this situation, we think this is normal life. Because he wouldn't have had any other, what is it called, any other life. So, you know, buying is not a new thing to us. Let one person disappear here. I use the word disappear intentionally. Everybody, it's not just the security, it's not just the police or the army or whoever. Everybody will be shouting, crying, asking questions. And until that question is answered, they're not going to rest. But like we've seen, even if we made it to the media, after one day, that is the end. Is this the first time we had this? No, it's not the first time. So the issue here is when people continue to keep silent, what will happen? I mean, things like this happening, it's likely, and it will continue. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Once it starts happening and everybody keep quiet, until it gets to us, then we cry. The next day we move on. We cannot continue like this. We cannot as a people. And the more we continue like this, the more we get used to it. And that is it. That's the question there. When are we going to get the country back? Because once we see all these things as normal, getting the country back will not be an easy one for us. Our principal has told us his job now is to stay as an opposition. And what does oppositions do? Oppositions, they point out things that is going wrong with the country. And the citizen helps in making sure that those things are done right. Because if it is not done right, forget about the case of Nigeria, the next this thing, you will not come in there. But that is a different thing with Nigeria. So I'm asking all Nigerians, the more you keep quiet, the more these things get hard. I am saying this, you know. Mr. Elvis, I don't know what to say again because Nigeria, you know, just like that lady that, you know, called, I felt her when she was talking because it's the same thing across board. Everybody who wants Nigeria to be good, it touches you emotionally. You can think it doesn't, you know, touch you emotionally, but each and every one of us, if you are not emotionally touched, you will not be here talking. You will not be listening to anything pertaining Nigeria. There's some people who don't care. They don't listen to anything concerning Nigeria. Yes, there might be few, but that is what it is. Are you there? Thank you, Mr. Elvis, for the great job you're doing.
Thank you, Ogachuks. May God bless you. Thanks for your final submission. Yes, I agree with you. We're in trouble. We're in big trouble in Nigeria, most especially because the way people are silent, it looks like nothing is happening. Yes, it looks like nothing is happening. And I also believe if we all were in Nigeria, there was also one way or the other silenced us. So I believe the advantage that we all are taking right now is because we live outside Nigeria.
Mr. Elvis,
Yes, sir.
hello, you know that this silence thing, it's not that it's a new thing, no. It's a normal thing in Nigeria. It's just that it's a different time. We are in a different time. That's how we need to do. And that's why the government are used to it, that they will just do it, people will not talk. They are just, things have changed. Things have just changed. That's why it kind of looks strange to us. That's Nigerians. That's just who we are. We don't talk. Once the government comes in fraudulently, we take it up, we agree with it, and we just move on. But they are just saying this now differently, and they cannot adjust to it.
Thank you, sir. Mansi Maxwell, yes, I can't see your face, so you say you did backstage. They see light, they flash. I hope your where you are is not noisy, sir. Please. Okay, I'd like you to just talk to us now then.
No, it is not. It's not noisy, Niger
Okay,
Watch.
wonderful. Thank you, sir. Good evening to you.
Say me, if my farm where I did, but I did chill for some corner, some corner.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to you. Talk to us.
Good evening, my brother.
5 minutes.
Good evening good evening to my co-panelists. May God, as usual, continue to bless you, for what you are doing. Most people may not understand, the Herculean tax and the attacks that you are going to get for doing this. But I congratulate you for the kind of courage that you have, which I myself cannot even have to do this. I want to speak on the buying of 126 innocent, unarmed people in Tudu, Biri village in Kaduna State. Mr. Niger Watch, so many things have happened in Kaduna and nobody is held accountable for all the killings that has gone in Kaduna State. I served in one mechanized infantry division, which is located in Kaduna, Kawo bus stop, Mando Park area there, along Dalet Barracks, the road that can take you to Zaria and Kano. That was where I served. And when I finished my training in Zaria Depot, I was posted to one mechanized infantry division garrison. Subsequently, I was posted to 3 Brigade Bukavu Barak Kanu, and I was posted to 29 Motorized Infantry Battalion, formerly in Guru Yobe State. When we were prepared to go for Liberia, there was a battalion posting. In the army, they call it battalion posting. They moved us from Nguru back to Kaduna Rebado Cantonment, 81 Barracks, under one mechanized infantry division. Before we now went to Liberia, where I spent 3 years at most, fighting in that in that country. I do not know the rationale behind the senseless slaughter of innocent people of Nigeria, citizens that are armed. They are unarmed civilians. And I will tell you based on experience, even in Liberia, innocent people were not bombarded by alpha jets that we used in Liberia, Sierra Leone, and other places. Innocent people were not senselessly slaughtered the way it is happening in Nigeria, our own terrain. This is not the first time. Many people, it happened in the Southeast. It happened in Niger State when people went for Niger Watch. They were also mistakenly, accidentally, what the army called accidental, or they call it accidental discharge. Now, the drone, the compact drone, the Nigerian army is using now, they've acquired, has a very powerful camera, just like the modern jets that they use. It is properly powerful cameras that is above 500 meters to 1,000 kilometers. 1,000 kilometers, yes, that is 1,000 meters. How can you? And the man that is operating that drone, because it's UAV, they call it unmanned area vehicle. There is a man that is sitting behind the firing circuit.
All right, I think we lost you there. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Van Maxwell, we lost you there. Anyway, your time was already off. But unfortunately, you can't speak right now. I believe it's your 8 minutes. But let me come to give us a mandate, please. Your 5 minutes final submission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Helvis, for this time. Hopefully, our other panelists, like Mr. Hales, Dr. CM, Black Panther, Madam Rita, Madam Patricia, Neobi, maybe they also went for the Copper 28. Please, Mona, bring us a Dubai chin, I beg.
But it's not easy now for everybody to appear every day. You know, it's not, to be honest, it's not easy, my brother. You hear from them tomorrow by God's grace. Or
I just make joke of my brother. Should in case they make their flight, may they bring Dubai chin. Well, but this what we have on the screen now, it just shows the level at which the country actually has been actually. Nigeria is gone, honestly. I don't even know if there's anything called Nigeria again, to be honest. I don't know. Unlike you asking, Nigerians can actually take Nigeria back in 1 hour if they so wish to do. Because, I mean, you can use Sri Lanka as an example. Nigerians can take Nigeria back in 1 hour if they so wish to do. But are they ready? That's what I don't know. Now, that man says something that what has happened in Kaduna happened in other parts of the country. I don't know how many people remember OD. OD was done during Obasanjo. They wiped out the entire OD. There's no way, and that man was giving a good analysis that accidental, man, I really don't know. But Kaduna, honestly, somebody needs to be investigated in Kaduna. It is an alienation of a group of people based on either their tribe or their religion. or their beliefs. That is what's happening in Kaduna. It is the alienation of people based on their tribe or their religion. And somebody is the one orchestrating this evil. And that person has not been brought to book. Why? It is Nigerian thing. It is Nigerian thing. This army that's supposed to protect the people even come out now with all of this shenanigans that we see happening. They just continue to close their like as if nothing is happening in the country. My heart goes to those people, but justice needs to be served. Whoever is responsible for this, whatever happened, must be investigated. And somebody need to pay for this. Now, going to the what we see in Dubai. Honestly, Madam, love of God is my strength. God will bless you. God bless you. Because you came from an angle where a lot of people will not even think about. Because you have Nigerians in that country that are actually, and this man went there to go expose his own people. And so tomorrow night, if Dubai authority now start deporting Nigerians, they'll say, maybe they did something there. No! The drug baron, the criminal drug baron confirmed, is going to be held responsible. But when Nigerians will hold him responsible, I don't know. I don't know when Nigerians will hold this evil government, when they hold them responsible. I don't know. But until then, let's continue to do what we can do. Maybe tomorrow Nigerians can eat the street and ask questions. But for me, I will not stop speaking. I'll play my part and continue to do my best. God help Nigeria. God help us all. Hopefully someday we can have a country that we can actually call our own country. Mr. Elvis, thank you very much for the time. I appreciate you.
Yes, my brother, give us a mandate. Hopefully we can have a country that we all can be proud of. But the way it be so, we never know. It be like a river where, where it never stable. I don't know how they talk for parable. So Nigeria might be like right now. So we are still observing it to see how it will go. Although this trip where they say Tinubu goes, so I don't know how true is that. They said he's also negotiating to give about 13 megawatts or something like that of light, permanent light in Nigeria. But the reason why I've not brought that here,
Where be that?
Yes, for this trip, so so I don't know yet. I'm just saying. Once
Mr.
I've
Elvis,
confirmed that,
sorry to cut you. The very first time when they enter, then tell us they go bring investor from France. The last time you
yes,
checked,
I know, I understand.
Mr. Elvis,
Yes,
give us a man. Don't say Nari Bobo. You know that one.
Vujumi
Bobo be that.
All right.
Vujumi.
Like I have always said, if Tinubu start doing the right thing today, don't be surprised. The people that is against Tinubu today will drop 50%. I'm telling you. Because if you actually check what Nigerians are fighting for, I can't say all though, because some people fighting for selfish interest. If you actually check what 80% of Nigerians are fighting for, is a better country. So that's why it's painful and very, very sad to see that when these people come in, you don't do the right thing. So Tinubu is there now. He's already there. So except somebody that know how, they will remove him. But if Tinubu start doing the right thing, like for example, like the rumor that we are hearing now over this light of a thing, it becomes a reality tomorrow. Mr. Jonathan that just said that in a boo-boo, I don't know how to call her just now, we start singing his praises in that area. Because that's why we are here. We want a better country. I don't care whether they give us a mandate to go give us that better country, or Mr. Ike, or Mr. Shooks Obiboeze, or Mr. Jonathan. No, I just want a better country. So, but unfortunately, this satanic set of people, they don't care about you and I. But nevertheless, let's see. For me, I don't carry information that I cannot properly verified. Maybe tomorrow we go clear where. Then they will carry a come here. We'll discuss them. Thank you very much, my people. Mr. Jonathan, I beg, give us your final 5 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone. Let me quickly start and where you stopped. Like as you said, even if I know so many people like me, even if I want to give the benefit of doubt, let's just say, without admitting that Mr. Tinubu he really, though he stole the election, fraudulently got himself there, but he really want to do good. Like somebody who is like a repentant soul. I want to do good. It is obvious. The people around him will not make it happen. Mr. Tinubu is just one man. Even if he decides and say, I want to do it, you know what will happen? Before I will say, maybe. Everybody around him, without exception, will have to go. Everybody around him, from his chief of staff to his personal secretary, all of them, personal secretary in the villa, all of them will have to go. Without that, it is not possible because he alone he's not the one that will do it. He is not the one. So that is the reason why. You are the CEO of your company. You call the shot. This broadcast now that you are running, certain things have to be in place. You know that certain things must be in place for this broadcast to go out as you have run it successfully, professionally. Certain things must be in place. And you yourself, know that if those things are not in place, it cannot be effective. That is how far I will go. So certain things must be. Even if you say, I want to have this broadcast, you have good intention. I want to do this. I want to get it done the way you want to do it. But you have put certain things in place. Those things that you have set up, they are firm, not negotiable for you. It is those things that is making it happen. And in Nigeria, even if we want to believe this man, this Mr. Tinubu, even if we want to believe him, give him benefit of doubt, certain things must be in order, which as we speak now, they are not. And it is obvious for a blind man. That is for a blind man. Even a baby still in the womb, we know that it cannot be. They can say all they want, all they like. But for me, and I know there are many and millions of Nigerians like me that have the same position. So I will leave it at that. So Nigeria is not a country. Let me just end by saying that Nigeria is not a country. No matter the level of pretense, how we want to pretend, Nigeria is not a country. Mr. Eddie, please give me 2 minutes to just
go ahead.
My point. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Nigeria is not a country, no matter how we want to pretend. Make no mistake about it. If Nigeria is a normal country, we're in a normal climate. What happened now in this last 24, 48 hours in normal time? The Nigerian media is an opportunity for them. It's a party. This is their time. They will come out. They want to get every opposition on record, especially the leadership. Every one of them must be on record. So, the Nigerian opposition, all of you, especially the Labour Party or the upcoming political parties, please make no mistake about it. Nigerians now, they are watching. Nigerians are following. We are archiving. We are recording. So don't come 2, 3, 4, 5 years later. If things are normal, everything's in order. What should be the minimum? They are in order, and there will be an election. Don't come and tell us that you are a Mary again, that you are saints, because we know now. Don't think it's like before. If Nigeria is a normal time, like a normal society. What happened in Kaduna, the buying of 126 unarmed innocent Nigerians with the Nigerian army, with the bomb of the Nigerian army. First of all, the defense minister will have resigned by now. In a normal, tell me that country, in a normal country, at least we can close our eyes here now and name at least 50 countries where the defense minister will have resigned. The chief of army staff, if not resigned, will now be sitting in front of the House and the Senate right now. The president will be doing nothing. It's enough for the president to fly back wherever he is, anywhere in the world. He will fly back home straight away. 126 people, my people, died. He will be on top of it. All else will roll. If he were in a normal climate, he will call for him. The president will say, I will give you the opportunity to resign or I will fire you. And I want your resignation letter here within 24 hours. I will accept it. In a normal climate. The defense minister will not even talk. He himself will just put it in. He will be out.
All right.
But
Thank you.
We are not in a normal climate. So we are not citizens. People have said it. We are not citizens in that country. We can pretend we are not just citizens. We're just a set of people in a geographical location called Nigeria. And when we are ready, when Nigerians are ready, we will create our own country. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you very much. I appreciate you too. All right, the last one to go is Mr. Ike. Mr. Ike, thank you very much, sir, for your time with us today. Please give us your final submission, 5 minutes, so we can round up the broadcast.
Yeah, my brother. May the souls of the innocent civilians in Kaduna rest in peace. Nobody in Nigeria has ever been held accountable. So is it this today is going to start? I don't think so. The institutions in Nigeria has become what it is, that they're captured by the people that are doing what is wrong in Nigeria. So there is not going to be any consequences. Like the last speaker said, in a normal civilized world, the defense minister and the Minister of Defense, by now they're supposed to have resigned. And wherever the president was, he's supposed to have flew back to his country. You know. But this is a country. Nobody has ever been held accountable. And I don't think it's going to start now. Who is going to hold who accountable? They are all involved in the same crime. So who is going to say you are guilty? I saw when you display El-Rufai, his new company of about $100 million. That's a country. Where did he get $100 million? Who is going to query him? He knows a lot of secrets about all of them. So who is going to touch it? It's untouchable. We can be crying from now to tomorrow. Who is that? Who among them is going to touch? Is it Tinubu? Is it Shetima? Is it Buhari? Who is it? He knows all of them. They were all involved. He knows what every one of them do. All of them, he knows their secrets. So who is going to touch it? He can do whatever he wants in Nigeria. It's not good. Nobody's going to touch it. Unless we have a new Nigeria. Unless we have a new Nigeria. So it's sad that Nigerian army has been killing innocent people. It didn't start today. It has been happening in Nigeria for so many years. You know, they did it in Imo State also. They killed a lot of people, all in the name of trying to. They are looking for land. They killed a lot of, hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians. They are still killing in the name of IPOB. So it's nobody has ever been held accountable, my brother. It's just that's just no country. So it is sad. If somebody like El-Rufai can be advertising, establishing a company of about $100 million, who is going to hold him accountable? It is sad, my brother, but we keep our hope alive that someday, sometime, one day, God is going to give us a savior to really unite us as a country, to make it a country, like the other brother said, it's a geographical spread of people in different parts of area that is not a country called Nigeria. So it is what it is, my brother. But it is sad. Kaduna, the southern Kaduna have seen a lot. You know, the Christians in southern Kaduna have seen a lot. People in Plateau, Nasarawa, in Benue, in Niger, they have seen a lot. In Taraba, in Gombe. You know, a lot of things is happening we don't even hear, brother Elvis. A lot of atrocities is being committed in Nigeria every single day that we don't even know about. You know, so it is horrible. It is horrible sometimes for you to say you're a Nigerian. It is horrible in the midst of different kinds of people that you go for a function and begin to introduce yourself. You say you introduce yourself as a Nigerian. Sometimes it's shameful to say that you're a Nigerian. You know, but what are we going to do? Nothing. So we can never lose hope for a better Nigeria. I'm just praying that people will keep people like Mr. Peter Obi and the rest of his type in Nigeria alive, and let them continue to speak and let them continue to say what he's saying, going around as a president, being recognized with respect and humility, speaking like a president of a nation when he's not. You know, so it is what it is. So, my brother, I want to thank you for all you do. My last question to you, or my last comment to you, is that I don't know who among the people that already showed their interest in the election governorship, where are you? Who have you been able? Who are you looking at? I'm not talking about party, but the individuals you know already that has shown interest.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful submission. In terms of those states, we don't know. A lot of people are showing interest right now. I'm not sure who is going to become the governor of Edo State, the next governor of Edo State. I'm not supporting anybody. I'm not endorsing anybody. We are still watching.
The next governor is Mr. Alex on this platform.
Okay. No wala. Until then, thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. That would be nice if Mr. Alex can become a governor of Edo State, where we can question him anytime, anyhow we like. But nevertheless, we are not interested yet. But a lot of people are showing interest. So let's see how it goes. We are here to bring them here, to talk about them, to scrutinize them, to checkmate them. You know, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate every one of you that joined this broadcast today. I appreciate you all. We've come to the end of this broadcast. Those of you that called into the show as well, thank you so much. May God bless you all. Every one of you that joined us on the comment section, starting with Mother of All Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I'd like to appreciate Michael Ganemaro. Thank you very much for the financial support earlier on, and Madam Ame Bright. Thank you so much, my wonderful people. Those of you that have liked, please, may God bless you, and I appreciate every one of you. And those of you, somebody actually gave me a super thanks today. Somebody gave me a super thanks today. I don't know if oh God, I don't have the name here, but I just want to say thank you on one of our broadcasts. Thank you very much for that super thanks. May God bless you. Guys, always make use of our super thanks. And if you appreciate the work we are doing, please just hit on the super thanks. And also hit on that join button to join our membership program. And God bless every one of you. We've come to the end of the broadcast. Tomorrow we'll continue from where we stop. Yes, permit me for us to end the broadcast now, but I'd like to quickly acknowledge some of the people right there in the comment section. Me, thank you very much. God bless you. Constant, thank you. Michael Abba, thank you very much. Michael Kunsaye, thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Destiny of Variable, I appreciate you all, my wonderful people right there. Van Maxwell, thank you. I can see you were asking for a link here, but it was too late, because we are rounding up. But unfortunately, that we don't know how you logged out. But nevertheless, tomorrow is another day. But child, not failing my dear sister, I can see as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Peggy Modi. Thank you, my wonderful people. Victoria, I can see you right there. Uncle Ben. Thank you, my people. Now God will bless you now. We've come to the end of this broadcast. Please help us to press on the like button before you leave. And also copy the link to dump somewhere or other platform where you belong. Now God bless you now, my people. Take care, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye for now.
I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. Go to Biza. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan akanbi. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan. But I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan.